Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Hail to all of my subscribers. If you like my video, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and wish to be subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Once again, this this Hovamol, I am like, oh man, I just like, save me please. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing the videos, but that repetition is like getting on my everlasting nerve. But, yeah, what are you going to do? So this is 131 to 140. We are officially going to be entering the home stretch of this poem. Alright. I read thee, Los Fafner, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast, if thou hearest, great thy gain, if thou learnest. I bid thee be wary, but not fearful. Beware most with ale or another's wife, and third beware least a thief outwit thee. And in the notes it says on 131, lines 5 and 6 probably were inserted from a different poem. I read thee, Los Fafner, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast, if thou hearest, great thy gain, if thou learnest. Scorn or mocking near shall thou make of a guest or a journey goer. And the note says, okay, that's the next one. All right. 133, off scarcely he knows who sits in the house, what kind of man who comes. What kind is the man who comes? None so good is found that faults he has not, nor so wicked that naught he be worth. And it says here, many editors reject the last two lines of the stanza as spurious, putting the first two lines at the end of the preceding stanza. Others, attaching lines 3 and 4 to stanza 132, inserts in first two lines of stanza 133, 2 lines of the late paper manuscript running, evil and good, do men, son ever, mingle bears in their breasts. Alright. I read thee, Los Fafner, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast, if thou hearest, great thy gain, if thou learnest. Scorn not ever the grey-haired singer. Oft do the old speak good. Oft from shriveled skin come skilful counsels, though it hangs with the hides and flaps with the pellets and is blown with the bellies. And then this one says, presumably the last 4 lines have been added to this stanza for the parallelism, and the last 3 make it probable that they belong together. The wrinkled skin of the old man is compared with the dry skins and bellies of animals kept for various purposes hanging in an Icelandic house. I read thee, Los Fafner, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast, if thou hearest, great thy gain, if thou learnest. Curse not thy guest, nor show him thy gate. Deal well with a man in want. Strong is the beam that raised must be, to give an entrance to all. Give it a ring, or grim will be the wish it would work on thee. This stanza suggests that dangers of too much hospitality. The beam bolt which is ever being raised to admit guests becomes weak thereby. It brings a ring to help it in keeping the door closed, and without ability at times to ward off guests, a man becomes a victim of his own generosity. Which is true. You ever notice that, and I'm going to put this in context of now, when people win the lottery, they suddenly are like so generous to people, and then people come around and they take advantage of the generosity of the winner, and they end up becoming a victim of their own generosity. That is a very important thing to understand about too much generosity. And I mean, I learned that years ago, that you cannot be too generous with people. Also, you can't be snubby with your money as well, because I remember I was going to give a friend of mine who was having trouble, who was staying with us years ago, some money because it was out of generosity, and my mother was like, oh no, just give him $25. And I was going to be giving him $50. So it's kind of, it's kind of like I extended my hand out in generosity because he needed the help, and because he was a good person, and because he was a good friend. And my mother's like, no, 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 no. It was like, okay. But we can be, lottery winners end up becoming a victim of their own generosity, and it does lead them to be susceptible to other people. Alright. I read thee, Losfafner, and hear thou my rede. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, great thy gain if thou learnest. When ale thou drinkest, seek might of earth, for earth cures drink, and fire cures ills. The oak cures tightness, and the ear cures magic. Rye cures rupture, the moon cures rage. Grass cures the scab, and runes the sword cut. The field absorbs the flood. The list of household remedies in this stanza is doubtless interloped. Their nature needs no comment here. Now are whore's words spoken in the hall, kind of for the kindred of men, cursed for the kindred of giants. Hail to the speaker and to him who learns, profit be his who has them, hail to them who's hearken. Alright, also, 137 also ends the repetition. Yeah. Alright, it ends it, which is really great. It says here, in the manuscript, this stanza comes at the end of the entire poem, following stanza 165. The most recent editors have followed Mollenhoff in shifting it to this position, as it appears to conclude the past introduced by the somewhat similar stanza 111. And that was basically 111 to 111 started it, and 138 finished it. I ween that I hung on the windy tree, hung there for nights full 9. With a spear I was wounded, and offered I was to oaten myself to myself on the tree, that none may ever know what root beneath it runs. With this stanza begins the most confusing part of the Hovamol, the group of 8 stanzas leading up to the Atal, or list of charms. Certain paper manuscripts have before this stanza a title, Othin's Tale of the Runes. Apparently stanza 139, 140, and 142 are fragments of an account of how Othin obtained the runes. 141 is erroneously inserted for some version of the Magic Mead story. Stanza 104 to 110, stanza 143, 144, 145, and 146 are from miscellaneous sources, all however deal with the general subject of runes. With stanza 147, a clearly continuous passage begins once more. The windy tree, the ash Yggdrasil, literally the horse of Othin, so called because of the story, in which Othin, in order to win the magic runes, hanged himself as an offering to himself and wounded himself with his own spear. Lines 5 and 6 have presumably been borrowed from Hovamol 30. Alright. None made me happy with loaf or horn, and there below I looked. I took up the runes, shrieking I took them, and forthwith back I fell. Alright. So that is that's the video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. The repetition is finally over, everyone. It is finally over. I am very happy that it is over. But we are coming to the end of the Hovamol. I got probably about 2, maybe 3 more videos to go until I'm done. And I will see you guys around. So until next time, may you be happy, healthy, most importantly be safe, and held to the gods. Bye.